Howdy mates, good noon time. How are we all doing today? It is February 6th, 2022, and I'm out once again exploring the Myakka River, so as I like to call it, the Kayakka on the Myakka. I needed this little trip because this past week, it was a really rough week for me. Because felt like I was battling some aspects such as depression, stress, and even grief, especially from my grandma Luann, who passed away. It's not easy, and conditions like that, they should remain timeless. There shouldn't be a deadline when one experiences that. And, I've kind of been off of social media for a little bit, just because I've also felt like I've kind of been comparing too much of, say, my progress versus someone else's. And it's had me feel a little empty. Like as if I'm not making enough progress. I have to realize, too, is that it shouldn't be a race. Not at all. And it shouldn't drive you to a point as to where you just feel unworthy. So I just hope that, even with my educational videos I've done before, I hope that for those of you who have seen them, you've learned something out of it. Just need some encouragement every once in a while, Never hurts. And likewise would be returned to you as well. Yeah. Nature really provides an opportunity for individuals to just heal, have some time. And I feel like it can help you return to that balance. Me personally, I've never really been the best at handling an array of emotions all at once. So one can tend to shut down quite easily. And I think really that's been one of the main purposes of why I've made my videos, is I want to help others find peace, whether it be with family, their personal affairs, and most of all, yourself. For many years, I have struggled a little bit with making my own personal peace. So I think really that's been a motivation for making the videos that I do make. Because I also want to spread that form of love for being out in nature, really. Because think about it, it's just prehistoric times, people had a natural connection to the natural world. Think about the indigenous cultures. They knew how to be in harmony with nature. And I feel, especially with what's happening now, even in Florida, for instance, we could really use those lessons highly before it's too late. Because the way I see it if a problem remains unaddressed for an extended time, it's only a matter of time before there's an outburst that makes the situation even worse. No different than bottling up your emotions. But, yeah. The Myakka River is by far one of my favorite rivers to explore. And, educating about what is offered here, I just only hope that it can inspire for future generations to also have a sense of belonging and care in the natural world. Because I will be honest, mates, it was really nature that saved my life. It helped me find peace. And for those of you who, feel like they're struggling, just take a stroll in nature, even if it's just for an hour. Exposure, gradual exposure over time, it never hurts. But the Myakka River is actually, as you can see, it is fairly calm today, too, which is surprising. I don't think I've ever seen it this calm before. I mean, of course, you always have your ripples in the water. That's just a given, just because, there's still a current. But, I would say, in terms of cubic feet per second, it might only be, below 100. That's it. It allows, for those who do have kayaks, it allows for a very casual kayaking experience. That's worth it. Noticeably, too, while I was out here, there's a lot of migratory birds down here right now. I had a recent friend of mine, Gerald, who actually made a post about robins. And it was just so cool for him to really educate others about the bird, just because he doesn't really see them as often. But when I was, still up north, they're everywhere. So it's neat to know that even though Florida, say, is over 1,000 miles away to the south of my original home state, there are still pieces of my home state found here, whether it be the wildlife and even some of the trees, too. So, yeah, even though it's a long distance, the natural world is still all connected, in a sense. I mean, even Ohio at one point had a very similar climate to what Florida has. So, before you know it, give it another few million years, Florida may even have the same topography as Ohio will. You never know. Humans have really only existed for a tiny little portion of Earth's existence. So even though we may act like we fully understand the natural world, there's still so much that we don't know. I mean, on subjects like these, learning always happens. And learning should never stop, either. It should always be open for further interpretation. So, alright, you guys. Thank you all for watching this video. Hope you all have had, a better, a good week. And even a good weekend, too. Even though I know some of my northern friends have experienced some snow. Trying to make the best with what you have. It's alright, you guys. Take care. Enjoy your Sunday. And journey on a journey is outwards. Take care, folks. See ya.